One more game awaits us in the opening weekend of high school girls basketball. We wrap up the Pat Patterson Thanksgiving tip-off at Hamline University's historic Hutton Arena with the Hopkins Royals and the Rosemount Irish. Hopkins coming off a big win over Como Park. Rosemount coming off a tough loss to St. Michael Albertville. I'm Mike Beaton, all by myself, talking to myself. That's all right. We've got last year's 2A or 4A silver medalist in Rosemount that came within a point of winning it all. And the Hopkins Royals, they reached the semifinal round, lost to the eventual state champion in Chaska. But Hopkins, the gold standard in girls basketball for many years. Paige Beckers, she's at UConn now, but the Royals have plenty of talent at their disposal, and you'll see that as we get underway here. That includes a pair of D1 commits, Maya Nnaji going to Arizona and Amaya Battle going to Minnesota. We're going to see a pair of contrasting styles. Rosemount, not known for running the floor or pushing it the way Hopkins does in terms of pace, but they surprised everybody with how well they played Chaska, and they had to knock off Centennial, another perennial, in last year's 4A state championship. In other words, this Rosemount team may not be the flashiest, but they know how to get things done. And they are a favorite to get out of Section 3 once again. This is going to be a lot of fun. I think this was a game a lot of folks had circled on the calendar, similar to our Hopkins-Stillwater game from 2 years ago. Here are the starters. Rosemount, the visitors. It will be Nicole O'Neill, Ava Thompson, Anna Tower, Tayah Leenderts, and Alexa Ratzlaff. Hopkins will start Amaya Battle, Taylor Woodson, Liv McGill, Nunu Agara, and Maya Nnaji. And we should point out Nunu Agara is a junior, can't sign the NLI yet, but she did verbal her commitment to the venerable Stanford University. Stanford winning the 2021 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. They have a lengthy history as well. This is our final game at Hutton Arena and our final game of opening weekend. Hopkins wearing their blacks, which turned into their home jerseys that used to be blue, but they've adopted the black alternate as their home kit. Rosemount wearing the white. A battle of two 4A state tournament contenders last year, both expected to make the field of 8 this season. We've got a show, and we're ready to go. Hopkins and Rosemount ready to square off. Maya Nnaji and Tayah Leenderts awaiting the tip. And here we go. In the words of Charlie Pellets. Liv McGill has it. She started her prep career at Park Center before transferring to Hopkins. Nnaji with the kick out to McGill. That was a high pass, but McGill has the athleticism. And so does Maya Nnaji. Maya, that's stretch 4, the younger sister of Zeke Nnaji, who also went to Arizona. And there is another Nnaji coming up. This is Ava Thompson. Going up against Battle. Draws a foul, will shoot 2. It's not easy when you have to go up against Amaya Battle, who is one of the most skilled players in AAU and in high school ball. Ava Thompson, number 3, to shoot 2. When she's not playing basketball, takes up soccer, golf, and also sings in the Rosemount High School choir. And she gets Rosemount on the board. 2-2 in the early going. Again, this is a battle of two contrasting teams. Amaya Battle on the jump. A little hop catch, couldn't put it in. But Amaya Battle has the speed and vertical, a combination you rarely see at this level, and she'll bring it to Minnesota next year, one of 4 in-state players to play for the Gophers. Bounce pass intercepted by McGill. Looking to hook up with Nnaji, and Maya with the finish in transition. Maya getting Hopkins off to a fast start. And Maya, we saw her greatness as a sophomore. Anchors the post extremely well. Leenderts against Agara. Shot doesn't go in. And Agara feeds it to Battle. Amaya, the younger sister of Jamison Battle, who now plays for the Gophers, and Amaya will take it all the way for 2. Hopkins leads 6-2. And a Tower. Tries to drive. Taylor Woodson made the read and rotated in time to help out McGill. That results in a turnover on the Irish. You don't see quite as many video cameras as you did a couple years ago when Paige Beckers was a part of this group, but that might change over time. Amaya Battle for 3 off the rim. Agara. Rosemount picks it up. They launch the 3 and unable to hit. Alexa Retzlaff with the attempt. Chris Orr, the head coach of Rosemount, and Tara Starks taking over for Brian Cosgriff. Barry still involved with the team. Barry's brother Brian, now a member of the Providence Academy coaching staff. The culture hasn't changed at Hopkins. The team looks a little different. Some of the younger players moving to other schools, but the tradition of excellence remains. Amaya Battle steps into a 3, buries it. Off the dribble, Amaya Battle has 5 points, and Hopkins off to a quick 9-2 start. Rosemount for 3, in and out. Rebound, put back, Alexa Retzlaff. How this game progresses, keep an eye on the score as Nnaji fires the 3, bullseye. Maya can shoot from there. We saw that in AAU this summer with FBC Rio, and there's the signature Hopkins pressure. That was a staple when Brian Cosgrove was head coach, and it hasn't changed when you've got athletes like McGill, but she got a little too feisty there and is called for the foul. Going back to Maya Nnaji in that last 3, she has the distance, 6'4", stretch 4. And she'll fit right in at Arizona. There's the press again. Hopkins, they run that full court press frequently. If you want to beat them, you have to find a way to get around it. They were bummed. Maya Nnaji wasn't thrilled with their performance in the state tournament last year, but Ava Thompson will be thrilled with that triple on the step-back move. 12-7 our score. Rosemount with a couple of much-needed buckets. Amaya Battle is fouled before the shot. This Hopkins team talented, but somewhat short-handed. Elena Contreras, unable to play this year, tore her ACL in AAU play. She'll play at college ball, but can't provide that perimeter shooting she was known for in a Hopkins jersey. But a great kid, close friends with the Maya Battle. Taylor Woodson, Salam Maher, they hang out together all the time. McGill applying pressure on Tower. Ratzlaff over to O'Neal. The kick out, 3 on the way, short, and the rebound to Nnaji. Battle, McGill. Taylor Woodson. Almost lost the handle, but she's got some moves too. And she goes up for the score. 14-7, Hopkins over Rosemount. Ava Thompson. Feeds it to number 5, Anna Tower. Rosemount succumbs to the pressure. Taylor Woodson has it, 3-on-3. Taylor Woodson lost the dribble momentarily. Hopkins will have to settle for a set play. Agara muscles her way inside and will shoot 2. We discussed this in the Minnetonka St. Louis Park game when Mike Contreras was with us. Agara, even though she plays more of the 4 and Nnaji the 5, she can handle the post well. Took over in a game against all Iowa Attack, almost won the game by herself, came up a little bit short, but she was a flat-out monster in that one. Getting defensive stops, scoring inside. She made sure Iowa's top players on all Iowa Attack would not get past her in any way, and she just lit them up. She splits at the line, 15-7, Hopkins leads. 3 on the way, off the back iron. Nnaji collects the rebound. Agara down low, will shoot again. Agara knocks down the front end that time. Amaya Battle wins the scrum for the offensive rebound. McGill cleans it up. So even though Agara has struggled a bit from the free throw line, that support for Hopkins in their front 5 making a difference here. Micaiah Copeland in the game as well, number 22. Leenderts around Agara and in. That's not easy to do. Timeout. Rosemount. Chris Orr signaled timeout after the bucket, so we'll have a quick stoppage. 18-9 the score. And we mentioned Elena Contreras unable to play for Hopkins. What we can tell you is she has a giant teddy bear named Wellington, and her hobbies include hanging out with Amaya and Taylor, even though they see each other all day. Salama, her part of that group as well. Amaya, Elena, and Taylor, fishing buddies. And Amaya, or I should say Elena, and her dad Mike are members of the WNBA Orange Hoodie Club. As am I, because the WNBA is so important, as Ari Chambers tells us, and has done so for the last 4 years, turned it into a movement. 11:09 left in the first half, and Hopkins leads 18-9. This is the first of several games we hope to bring you for Hopkins. We'll see them on Tuesday when they play Como Park. We are hoping to cover them at the Super Games at the Lakes. We'll see if we can work that out, but if we can't, we're still going to get to see Hopkins a few times this year, as they are scheduled to participate in multiple invitationals, including the Hall of Fame Classic and the Lake Conference, sure to provide some electric showdowns. The Hopkins-Wayzata rivalry, Minnetonka, you know, that's going to be a lot of fun. A full season in our return to basketball on TSB television, and that's going to be a foul on Copeland. And on that note, we'd like to thank CCX Media, as always, for syndicating our games with their teams. CCX has had plenty of Hopkins coverage over the years. Pressure on the inbound, and Maya Nnaji able to get the tip and draw the foul. (18-9) the score. McGill. This is Kelly Boyle, number 2. Nnaji. McGill. That was McGill with the score. Three from the wing. Rosemount can't connect. That was number 12. We'll get her name in a second. Lexi Wilson. Here's McGill. Nnaji at the free throw line. Reset for Hopkins. 3 ball, corner pocket. Liv McGill with 7, and Hopkins extending their lead 23-9. Rosemount in trouble. Copeland picks up the steal. McGill leaking out. Goodbye. McGill up to 9. Rosemount, trouble again on the inbound, but they do get it to Cora Grismer, and Rosemount throws it away. (25-9) the score. Hopkins over Rosemount, as Hopkins commences their mission of redemption. Kevin Anderson noted in the breakdown, Hopkins not used to not playing in the final day of the basketball season. Kelly Boyle taking her time collecting that ball, but it's a stoppage, so if you need to catch your breath for a moment, why not take advantage of the situation? Maya Nnaji from the elbow kicks out to number 11 for the Royals. That is Jasmine Dupree. Goes by Jazzy. Boyle for 3. In and out. Taylor Woodson tried to tap it in. Nicole O'Neill with the rebound. Was that touched? No. Backcourt violation. Perla Tico Folly in the game for the Irish, number 34. Dupree to Boyle on the wing. Here's Dupree. Woodson works around Tico Folly, but can't get the layup to fall. Sloppy pass, and that's going to be a foul on Ina Tower. Rosemount makes a couple of substitutions. 8:10 to go in the first half. Woodson up, no good. O'Board, no putback for Nnaji. There's Woodson. Third try is the charm, as nobody was around her to deny her inside. Hopkins up 27-9 as they continue their run. Woodson with the steal. Let's see what she does here. She finds a streaking Kelly Boyle for 2. Rosemount calls timeout. Hopkins up 29-9, and this is the textbook Hopkins team we're accustomed to seeing year in, year out. Even with the new coaching staff, the culture remains the same. Hopkins, they were given the Hollywood treatment a couple years ago. Didn't let it get to their heads. Of course, they weren't able to conclude the 2020 state tournament properly. They had reached the final and were scheduled to play Farmington, but at the onset of the pandemic, the tournament was canceled, and I certainly understand why that was. It was a bummer for Hopkins and Page and that crew. They probably would have beaten Farmington and capped off one of the greatest seasons in high school girls basketball. They had one of the longest winning streaks in high school girls basketball that came to an end when Chaska knocked them off. It was a tough season a year ago with limited capacity and all the protocols in place. We still have a few hurdles to clear before we are in the clear, but having these invitationals and getting the opportunity once again to cover these games for you is a welcome sight. And we hope to bring you as many games as we can. We will do our best to follow along and be as safe as possible. There is a mask requirement here at Hamline University, which is okay with me. If I have to wear a mask to get in, I'm going to wear one, because I want to make sure I stay healthy so that I can continue covering these games. And that can't happen if I get sick. 29-9 is the score. Liv McGill leads the way with 9. Rosemount on a high-low play. Alexa Ratzlaff cuts to the rim and scores. Battle. To Copeland now. Hopkins surveying their options. Looking to see if they can work their way inside. Dupree in trouble. Finds Battle. Launches a long 2, and it's good. Amaya Battle confident no matter where she is on the floor. And as I said before, she can cover every cubic inch, has one of the best verticals in the senior class. Leenderts against Nnaji, got it. Leenderts was able to get around Agara once. I'll be curious to see if Rosemount tries to go inside a little more, because Leenderts has been able to score against the top post players for Hopkins and 2 of the top players in the state. Royals lead by 18. Nnaji used up the dribble. Rosemount wanted to travel. Instead, Hopkins will get a 3 from Jazzy Dupree. Taylor Woodson tried to get the steal from behind. Instead, she makes contact with Ratzlaff and is called for the foul. Both teams with 1 foul left to give in this half. Three ball, corner pocket. Nicole O'Neill. Battle. Fun to watch. So is her brother. Maya Nnaji trying to bank it off the window, I think. But Taylor Woodson's down there. Lost the scrum. Rosemount has it. Anna Tower didn't have the speed to beat Copeland, so Rosemount will have to settle for a set play. Hopkins wanted a 5-second call. Instead, Rosemount will score in the high-low. Ratzlaff to O'Neill, and Nicole O'Neill with a quick 5. Nnaji to Copeland for three. Yes! Micaiah Copeland gets on the board, and the Royals lead 37-18. Ratzlaff with the skip. Quick three for Rosemount. Bullseye. Lexi Wilson with her first field goal. By the way, the shot clock has not been a factor in this one. 3 ball. Corner pocket. Amaya Battle up to 10. Rosemount had trouble on the inbound, and the Hopkins pressure nets a turnover. Amaya Battle, who scored that last three-pointer, her nickname is Peanut, and she is a huge fan of Raising Cane's. She also knows every Drake song by heart, and is hoping to end her prep career with a really big ring that would come with no strings. I'll show myself out. Alexa Ratzlaff with the ball. Nunu Agara, I think, sent Leenderts to the floor. Rosemount fans wanted a foul. I didn't see anything there. Rosemount's pass off the mark and a turnover on the Irish. 3:43 to go. In the first half, Hopkins leads 40-21. Hopkins beating Como Park 83-43. The two teams meet again on Tuesday. Ten on the shot clock. Amaya Battle recognizes it, goes baseline, and floats it in. This is Tower. Tries to feed O'Neal. That didn't work, but Leenderts is there to offer support, and support she gives. She's up to 6, 42-23. Battle. Goes out to McGill. Kelly Boyle. Oh, nice find to a cutting Agara. That was a little pick and roll, I think. A deceptive one at that. And Agara took the open lane in for two. Rosemount unable to get open. And an offensive foul is called as Ratzlaff is hit with the elbow. .2:13 left in the first half, and the Royals lead 44-23. The Hopkins speed and athleticism overpowering Rosemount's patient, deliberate style. Again, Rosemount, they're not a team that likes to run up the score. They want to play a patient game. But they're here and trying to make the most of it. And they are not to be taken lightly. That's going to be a foul on McGill as she sends Tower to the floor. And that is the last foul to give for both teams. .44-23, 1:54 left in the first half. And the Royals looking to go 2-0, as they usually do in the opening weekend of the season. There's the full court press again. And that's going to get a 10-second call. No, a foul. That's going to send Rosemount to the free throw line. Maya Nnaji saying, why is that not a 10-second call? The clock reset to 35. So we're going to have free throws. I thought it was a 10-second call. The shot clock went to 23. So it's going to be an opportunity for Rosemount, and maybe I missed something, and if I did, please explain in the comments section. In the meantime, Anna Tower will shoot 1-1 for the Irish. Well, it doesn't matter because Tower misses the front end. Battle wasting no time, going down floor, and is going to be hit with the offensive foul against O'Neal. And that is her third personal foul. She'll have to sit a while. Copeland will take her spot. Grismer, guarded by Copeland. Leenderts on Nnaji, out on the key though. Kick ball, and Hopkins will take over. We talked about Paige Beckers. Let's not forget all the other talented athletes to come through Hopkins. Ebony Livingston, now a coach herself at Robbinsdale Cooper. Nia Holly, former Miss Basketball. A member of the coaching staff at Cretin-Durham Hall, Leslie Knight. Still playing professionally, fluent in English and Spanish. Hosts a podcast in both languages. Nia Coffey, WNBA veteran. Kelly Boyle in trouble, and Maya Nnaji stepped on the line. This has not been the cleanest of halves we've seen out of Hopkins in our coverage, but they still lead considerably, 44-23. Even though Rosemount's getting some stops, they're going to have to spruce up some things on offense if they want to make a run at Hopkins. It's one thing to make a run with Chaska as they did last year. Hopkins, they play a little bit faster. Rosemount missing the three. Lexi Wilson with the attempt. Here's Agara. Shook off Anna Tower. Contact considered incidental. Agara up to 6 points. Shot clock is off. And Rosemount struggling again. So Hopkins will take over with 21 seconds. Whether they hope for the final shot or not is anyone's guess. Woodson to Copeland. Nnaji. Turnaround. Goes up. No good. Rosemount with time. Leenderts gets it across. Looking for an outlet. Rosemount won't get it off in time. Hopkins playing stingy defense in the final few seconds. And they end the first half with a 46-23 advantage. Amaya Battle got in a little bit of foul trouble, but that didn't stop her from putting up 12 points in the first frame. Rosemount made a few plays, but they're going to have to be a little more consistent if they want to take on Hopkins and make a run at this in the second half. We're back in a moment. This is high school girls basketball. Pat Patterson Thanksgiving tip-off.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
James, she's in trouble. Finds James, toss shot, it goes in!
And everything in between.
Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
One more half remains in the opening weekend of the high school girls basketball season. Mike Beaton here. Hopkins leading Rosemount 46-23. Not a lot of free throws between these two, but Hopkins has used their speed and athleticism to outpace Rosemount. Amaya Battle in some foul trouble, but has 12 points. Liv McGill has 9. Maya Nnaji has 7. And Hopkins getting some support from their bench as well. Rosemount, Tayah Leenderts has 6. Ava Thompson and Nicole O'Neill have 5 each. Rosemount, they've been able to make some stops and get some plays. Can they do so more consistently? That's going to be the key. If they can, they might be able to make a run at Hopkins. But even if they can't, they will get a good early season barometer of what they have to do to make themselves a state tournament contender. Remember, they came within a point of winning it all in Class 4A. Came up just short against Chaska. But the season, the championship will not be decided here. This is game 2 out of a possible 32. Leenderts drives and scores. And I'd like to see Rosemount try to set up Leenderts more often, because a few times when she's stationed down low or moves down there, she's able to find scoring opportunities. That could be something to watch for. Hopkins on a high-low. Leenderts reads it, makes the tip, and Nicole O'Neill will get credit for the steal. Here's a chance for Rosemount to make an impression. Leenderts, elbow J, no good. Nnaji collects that rebound. Battle through the hole, up, and will shoot 2. Amaya Battle, as we noted in the first half, a big fan of Raising Cane's. Knows every word to every single Drake song. We're hoping to get her back on the podcast series. We were supposed to when she committed to Minnesota. We had some technical issues. And Amaya Battle missed at the line there. Maya Nnaji wins the battle for the rebound, and it will stay with Hopkins. Amaya Battle recently lost her mother, so that has weighed on the family. But making the most out of it, and she has plenty of support at Hopkins and among her future Gophers teammates. When she made her visit to Minnesota, as she finds Agara for the mid-range J, the 3 who had already committed by that point, Mallory Heyer, Mara Braun, and Nia Holloway, set up a surprise for her. And that was one of the contributing factors. Nice high-low cut. Alexa Ratzlaff scores. That was one of the contributing factors that convinced Amaya Battle to give a shot with the Gophers. And she already has a great rapport with her future teammates. Played alongside them in that nickel-dickle 3-on-3 tournament. The Lake Four is what they called themselves. The 3 Gophers and Tessa Johnson, who I think the other 3 would be happy if she joined them. But Tessa, again, that's her journey. Wherever she goes, we'll find out when she makes that announcement. But there are a lot of schools, Minnesota included, interested in recruiting Tessa Johnson to their ranks. 48-27 the score, and that's going to be a double dribble call on Nicole O'Neill. Battle to Agara. That looked like a tight spot, but Agara comes up with a bucket. Another dish, another dime to Amaya Battle. Again, Amaya, a beacon of versatility for the Royals. Leenderts Guarded a little too closely by Nnaji. She'll get called for the foul. 50-27, 15:36 to go. Looking ahead, Hopkins, again, they've got IMG Academy on the schedule. They'll play Minnehaha as well at that Super Games at the Lakes event. Minnehaha loading up. We'll see if we are able to cover that, if we can. If not, we still have plenty of Hopkins games on our schedule. And given how the Lake Conference will be this year, the Wayzata Series will be one to watch. The Minnetonka Series, another pair of games to circle on the calendar. Lots of great games, and we can't wait to bring them all to you on the TSB Television YouTube channel and wherever you watch on local cable television. Alexa Retzlaff goes baseline with the shot clock winding down, and she'll shoot 2. McGill hit with her 3rd personal foul. Retzlaff, when she's not playing basketball, enjoys golfing and is a 3-sport athlete for the Irish, competing in volleyball, tennis, and lacrosse. That's 4 sports, actually. In other words, if it's a sport, Retzlaff is probably playing it. Volleyball, tennis, lacrosse, basketball, what can't she do? She makes both free throws. She's up to 8 points. But Rosemount still trails significantly, 50-29. Nnaji fakes the 3 and walked. Inbounding it is Anna Tower. Rosemount has it, but not for long. Olivia McGill forces the 5-second violation on Ava Thompson. I was watching the crowd, and I'm a little surprised that we don't see a bigger one for Hopkins considering the history. But again, the biggest draw is now playing at UConn. And she has AZ Fudd to go alongside her, but there's still a lot of talent worth checking out. That being said, the talent pool is really widespread, and I've been saying that for years. Maya Nnaji no good. Agara races in for the tap in. And Agara with a nice second half performance. I believe 8 in the second frame, and we've got a little hot potato going on. Hopkins takes control, and McGill is fouled by Anna Tower. Tower willing to help out McGill there. McGill waiting for a teammate. Tower says, I'm still going to help you up anyway. Again, McGill had a terrific start to her prep career at Park Center as an 8th grader. Playing alongside Adalia McKenzie. Moved over to Hopkins and has flourished. Classing up to play with the Metro Stars team, the top one this past summer. Woodson in trouble, finds McGill for 3, you bet. And we're seeing a lot of balance here out of the Royals, but that was no different when they had Paige, or when they had Nia Coffey, or Nia Holly, or all the other hundreds of D1 athletes that have given this school a multitude of state championships. Rebound and the putback for Nicole O'Neill. 55-31. Agara to Nnaji. Power move inside for 2. Thompson looking to go down court. Comes up with it after a couple of crazy passes. O'Neill, baseline, too strong. Woodson with the board. Woodson is all the way. Found a hole and just casually dribbled it. Saw a lane and said, you know what? I think I can work my way inside. Squeezed to the hole and netted herself a pair. Long skip. McGill times it, steals it, and we'll have an uncontested layup to show for it. McGill with 14. Like we said, this Hopkins team looks a little different than years past, but they still have several playmakers. Another steal. This time it's Nnaji. Looking to hook up with Woodson, and she does. Rosemount calls timeout, and Hopkins is just about pulled away as they lead 63-31, and it's looking more and more like they will start their season 2-0, as they have done several times before. Woodson with the last bucket. Likes to talk to herself before games. Positive talk to get me going. So a little bit of Ted Lasso, and again, one of the fishing partners with Elena Contreras and Amaya Battle. I talked to the patriarch, Elena's father, Mike, earlier this week, and he said those three are always together. It's probably going to be a sad time when Elena goes off to college. Amaya's sticking around. Taylor Woodson has another year, of course. We had them on the podcast series last season. 4 of them, that is. Salam Maher, who's now at St. Louis Park, but they all have a strong camaraderie and a wonderful friendship that will last the test of time if there's any indication based on what I see in social media and such. But they have nothing but respect for each other. As Mike noted in the Minnetonka St. Louis Park game, Elena, Taylor, Amaya, they'll watch Salam play. There's a lot of respect in the Hopkins group. Copeland with the steal. Backed off, waited for help, and Nicole O'Neill was able to get the deflection. So Hopkins will get it. 11:28 left, and as we said before, the shot clock really hasn't come into play for the Royals. Maya Nnaji with the turnaround for 2. And Hopkins now has 4 players in double digits in scoring as they lead 65-31 and approach the mercy rule threshold. O'Neill. To Cora Grismer. Steps back, and that looks short. Amaya Battle will scoop it up. What will she do? Bounces it over to Woodson for 2. And now all 5 Hopkins starters are in double digits. I'm going to have a tough time trying to pick a player of the game. But that's how Hopkins likes to do things. It's not just one player, and that was one reason when Paige was a senior and we did those Hopkins games. And even when she was a junior, we always found another player or two to do interviews with because that's who Paige is. Nicole O'Neill hit with a 5-second call. Paige wants to get others involved. She says, I know I can score 30 or 40 when I want to, but that senior year, she sacrificed some points and focused on distributing. She led the state in assists. Had a bunch of double-doubles of the points-assist variety. Kelly Boyle curls and sinks the 3. So Boyle with 5 off the bench. And remember, Hopkins is doing this without Elena Contreras, one of their ball handlers and 3-point sharpshooters. Contreras tore her ACL. Talked to her briefly. No more cast. Walking again. She's happy to get that off, and she's going to be happy to see Kelly Boyle get a steal and find Taylor Woodson in transition. Taylor Woodson with a nice second half as well. She has 12. Thompson. looking for Tico Folly. Scramble for the ball, picked up by Copeland. Another wire-to-wire performance for the Royals. Woodson, nice fake. You don't see that often. She faked the elbow J to set up an open dish to Nnaji down low for 2. And even though Hopkins has the win secured, they are still pushing hard on defense. Nicole O'Neill hits the 3 from the left wing to go up to 10. So Hopkins, with a couple of runaway wins, perhaps not a surprise for longtime followers, but a reminder that Hopkins is still lurking and are hoping to find themselves playing on the last day of the season this time around. They weren't able to do so last year, knocked out in the semis. Baseline drive, and shooting free throws will be Lexi Wilson. We're in running time now, so we'll be out of here in 8.5 minutes. Rosemount, they are in a favorable section. Eastview might be a team who could take them on. The Lightning with a couple of state titles, but they've dealt with injuries in past years. And Lexi Wilson padding Rosemount's point total. Rosemount made a few plays, so even though Hopkins is going to win big, Rosemount was in this for a while, but they just weren't consistent enough when they needed to be. Kelly Boyle with their second triple. But this is game 2, so the Irish, a sluggish start for them. They watched a 16-point lead slip away against St. Michael Albertville, so they're going to start their season 0-2. But I don't think they're going to let that bother them too much, knowing what lies ahead. The South Suburban Conference figures to give them some opportunities for wins. And Tayah Leenderts has had a solid game down low. Wilson hooks up with her. And Leenderts follows that up with a defensive stop, drawing the charge. And Hopkins not making it easy on Rosemount. I do wonder if they were able to get some more touches to Leenderts, if Rosemount would be able to make a run, but it happens sometimes. 4 games and no nail biters like we saw yesterday at the Twin Cities tip-off at St. Thomas Academy, but that's okay. We got to see some great teams, and we hope to bring you more of that as the season continues. Leenderts used up the dribble, 10 on the shot clock. O'Neill comes up short. Battle with the rebound. She sees a hole and is able to kick it out to Copeland. No three-pointer, but Battle trying to make something out of it. I think we'll see the reserves for Hopkins come in shortly. Yes, we are. We'll get them as they check in. And they include a couple of younger siblings who we might see on Hopkins teams in the future. They are Tatum Woodson, the 9th grader, and Josie Nnaji, the 9th grader. So they will check in. And no real dominant performance for the Royals today, but I don't think they mind. You're going to have 5 starters in double digits as Leenderts knocks down the front end. Another methodical win for the Royals will move them to 2-0. But don't count them as champions. Whoops. Copeland got a little too jumpy there, so we'll have a do-over. And Copeland gets the rebound anyway. And then she's fouled by O'Neal. So you're going to have the 5 starters. No one scored more than 14 points, but McGill with 14, Battle with 12, all in the first half. Woodson with 12, Agara with 12, and Nnaji with 13. And now Rosemount will send in their second stringers as well to finish out the game. Did we learn anything new about Hopkins? Maybe not, but it is encouraging to see them work methodically and efficiently. All the Hopkins players I talked to last year said the toughest player to go against in scrimmage was Paige herself. I don't know if we'll get another Paige Beckers. 7 on the shot clock. Tatum Woodson recognizes it and steps into a runner. I wonder where she got that from. Grismer out to Wilson for 3. Perla Tico Folly got the rebound there, and Rosemount getting a couple of old boards on this possession, and losing control of it was number 22, Heather Stanek. Another notable game for Rosemount in the non-conference category. They will get Stillwater December 9th. Stillwater making the state tournament for the last several years. They look a little different though. December 9th, one of many high-profile dates where you have several quality matchups. Como Park and Providence Academy, Benilde St. Margaret's and Holy Angels. Take your pick. Odds are you'll find a good game. Play getting a little more sluggish now as we are in stat padding time here with 2 minutes to go. But an impressive display nonetheless from the Hopkins starting 5. The one thing they're not going to do is make it easy for me to pick a player of the game when everyone is balanced, but that's how they do it. Number 21, London Harris, in the game for the Royals as well. Just over a minute remaining. And Hopkins didn't get back in bounds in time. So they're not going to get another 80-point game, it looks like. Not that they need it. And most of these top teams, they're not worried about how many 80 or 90-point games they have. But the starting 5 got the job done when they needed to. And a couple of big wins for Hopkins sends a reminder to everyone that this is not a team to be taken lightly. Rosemount, again, they are favored in Section 3 to get back into the state tournament as Cora Grismer gets on the board. And this will probably be the last play. As checking in for the Royals. We'll try to get a number here in a moment. That's number 15, Jasmine Johnson. Grismer will finish with a couple of points. And Hopkins will get out of here with a 2-0 start and run out the clock, it looks like. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. 79-40 is your final. A balanced effort from the Hopkins starting 5 overwhelms Rosemount, and the Royals, in the midst of a new winning streak, 2 in a row, and they'll try to make it 3 in a row on Tuesday when they get Como Park. We'll have that game for you on the TSB Television YouTube channel. The night belongs to Hopkins with the 79-40 win over Rosemount. We'll try to talk to a couple of the players before we call it a night. This is high school girls basketball.
Twin Cities sports broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between.
Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. That put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Joining me are Amaya Battle and Liv McGill. Amaya, we'll start with you. 12 points in the second half, first half, didn't score in the second half, didn't need to though, all 5 starters in double digits. But what would you make of the opening weekend of the season? I know you're probably on a mission after last year and you can't win a championship yet, but you're off to a solid start. With this opening weekend out of the way, what would you make of you and your team?
It was fun to be out there with them again. You know, it's been a long time since we all played together, so that was fun. And also just we obviously we got 2 big wins, but we have a lot of corrections we have to make. So just knowing that, yeah, we had 2 big wins, but we're still not there yet, like our coach just said. But overall, it was really fun.
Well, I don't think anyone would be there just yet. And if you're playing your best basketball now, I think you'd be worried. Yeah. You all know you don't win championships here, but what would you make of the cohesion? I know Hopkins a little shorthanded with Elena unable to play this season, but we saw a smooth starting 5 where people were chipping in and you're making plays. You don't always have to put up points to make a difference, and we saw that tonight. And what would you make of the teamwork so far?
Obviously with Elena out, we missed a big piece. You know, she was another guard, another shooter, another person who could score, so we all just have to step up in her position. But yeah, everybody pretty much stepped up. Like you said, every starter was pretty much in double digits, so that's good. So I think we're doing good with that.
And one of them was Liv McGill. You had 14 points to lead the Royals, and you did a lot defensively and offensively. What would you say has contributed to your progression as a two-way player?
Just working hard and trying to contribute as much as I can, offense or defense, and just giving everything I got to win the game.
This is your second season with Hopkins, so after that first season, which was anything but normal, how do you think that helped you get accustomed? You got to play alongside a lot of the Hopkins players in AAU with the Metro Stars. How do you think that has helped you get more in sync with the team this year?
Just being with them and building a bond off the court is also important, and playing AAU with some of my players, my teammates also help, so it's just fun to always have players around me to get better.
And after what happened last year, a surprise upset in the semifinals, I know you'd like to get back there, but how do you think that fed into your response going into this season?
Definitely, we have a big chip on our shoulder. We didn't complete the mission, so that's really the goal. That's what's driving us. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. We know what we got to do, and we want to get there.
I would just say that a lot of people are preying on our downfall, and we already know that, we have haters. So we just got to block the outside noise out and just try to get to our end goal, the championship with the state.
Well, if it makes it easier, I am not one of them because I want everyone to win. I know that can't happen, but no, I don't pray for your downfall because, no, I enjoy watching you and all the other players out there. Before we wrap things up, you want to say hi to anybody?
No, I'm good.
Hi, Mom. I don't know if you're going to see this, but shout out LA Liv.
Hey, you never know. She might tune in and reference this. And
I'm going to tell her to watch, so...
And Amaya, I'll leave you with this, since I understand you know every word to every Drake song in existence. Do you have a favorite Drake line or verse that motivates you?
Probably, you win some, you lose some, long as the outcome is income. That's my favorite one.
Well, that could come into play next year with the NIL. I mean, that could turn into reality, the outcome being some income for you.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll worry about that when you get there. Right now, you've got a senior season to get through, but that is a great line, and we might throw some other Drake quizzes at you later this season, so be prepared.
All right, I can handle that.
All right. Well, Amaya Battle and Liv McGill, thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you on Tuesday for Como Park.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
And that wraps up our coverage here from the Pat Patterson Thanksgiving Tip-Off at Hamline University. For the rest of our crew, I'm Mike Beaton. Thanks for watching.